Mass Media.
You're tuned into From the Nest, where ideas take flight. I'm Charity Jen, and this series was recorded live at the AFP Icon Conference in Seattle. It's a place that's buzzing with inspiration, connection, and nonprofit brilliance. In each episode, I'm bringing you stories and strategies from professionals who are really actively shaping the future of our sector. So let's get started with Sharon Papo of Indigo Skies Consulting. Hi, Sharon. It's so nice to have you here on the show, and I really appreciate you stopping by. We're at Icon. Yay! So why don't you go ahead and just introduce yourself, your name, organization, pronouns, and we'll start there.
Great. My name is Sharon Papo. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the CEO of two companies. One is Indigo Skies Consulting, which is a boutique fundraising and leadership firm.
Okay.
And the other company is called LGBTQ e-learning, and we are a training company that is building LGBTQ plus inclusive workplaces.
Oh, wow. Well, it sounds like you have a lot on your plate, like managing both of those. What kinds of sessions are you going to? What kinds of things, like at a conference like this, that you find so helpful in your work?
Yeah, there are so many amazing sessions. I'm, of course, interested in the AI and how people are using it, what questions they're asking. I'm really interested in the data security, what's happening with all this information that people are sharing. I think we really need to be asking those questions as a sector. Mm-hmm. I'm loving the thought leadership and the data that people are sharing. I'm really appreciating how people are talking about philanthropy and how it's so important that we are building these really authentic relationships. And I just love meeting the people who are here, because in this current moment, political and cultural season, when there's a lot of things that are really hard, everybody here is giving their time, their effort, their energy, their life force to creating a better world. And that is uplifting, that is inspiring. I'm loving the conversations, the community. It lifts me up. Yes, I 100% agree. I love, in between sessions, I mean, the sessions themselves are always so rewarding and illuminating, and you can take, yesterday we were in the session about the neurophilanthropy. Yes, and things like that you don't think about, like the sort of the heuristic aspects of the way that donors interact with your organization, and how you can really tap into that and grow giving. That was a great session, and then I love that right afterwards you and I had some time just to kind of chat and process that and talk about how does that apply to the work that we're doing. I 100% agree. I love that aspect of interacting with people too. So from a networking standpoint, what does this conference do for you? Well, it's so exciting to be here and to meet people at so many different levels in their professional journey. So we have vendors, we have people who are creating solutions to many of the issues that folks are having in this field. We have folks that I've heard on podcasts that have inspired me and taught me. I'm so excited to meet them. I love meeting people who are just doing the work every day and trying to figure out how to navigate this time. So I think that there's a way that a lot of people are feeling alone and scared right now. Mm-hmm. And I think to find these connections and community, I think we all crave it.
Yes, it's a little, like, it's reassuring, like you had said, like, we're not alone in this. Mm-hmm. Like everyone is working so hard to kind of figure things out. And yeah, when you can build that community at a conference like this, it just kind of like fuels you for, like the next year.
That's right. Fills me up. I got a long list of things I need to do and people to follow up with.
Yes, for me, I have a big long list of books.
Yes.
Like even with the speakers or talking with other folks, there's always a book recommendation.
Yes, so much to learn, which I love.
I know. I was leafing through my notes yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend $300 on books this year, I think.
Can I ask you?
Oh, sure.
What are your takeaways? What are you most inspired about being here?
I think that the kinds of things that I always take away, well, some of it is the reassurance of the strategies and tactics that I'm recommending to others actually are being repeated by a lot of the speakers. So I'm like, okay, good. Like I'm on the right track. Like, these are tactics and strategies that others are sharing as well. But every now and then there's this little nugget like, I didn't think about that. So it's sort of drawing on like kind of what you said before, not being alone, like we're all in this together and we're moving in the right direction, but then also like the gems, I think, is what I love. And and then pulling those all together and like, how can I incorporate this into the work that I'm doing after I leave? So, but of course, connecting with everyone, like even just walking through the vendor hall and seeing people that I've met at other conferences and being able to catch up with them, and it's like getting together with friends again, and then you get to meet. In fact, one I saw like randomly on the news feed, like on the app, there's the news feed. One attendee is a woman that I knew from probably 20 years ago when I was in North Carolina. I have not seen her since then, and I just ran into her, and so I just love that aspect of it as well, like being able to connect with people I haven't seen in a while and meeting new friends too.
And on that note, I want to say it's so great to hear what people are talking about, but also what they're not talking about. And I want to say that the work that you're doing around digital fundraising and talking about how that is so important and yet not a focus of the CFRE test. And so what are the conversations that are happening and what's really important for our sector to be talking about that we're not talking about enough? And again, with the AI, and I'm sure some folks are talking about it somewhere, maybe just not the sessions I was in, but again, what's happening with our data that we're sharing in our CRMs, in all these AI solutions, and if something happened, we're responsible.
Right.
If a vendor, information got hacked.
Right.
And so I think that it's all of it. It's all of it, and it's important that we're all part of this conversation and helping uplift everybody as we do this work that's so important.
Right, exactly. And this conference in particular, because it's so large and because there's so much offered, there really is just sort of this rich, education that you can take away from it. Almost every topic, maybe like you said before, maybe not as much digital fundraising, but so there's so much that is being discussed and talked about, and you can always find something that applies to your work, but then learning something new also, about AI, about privacy and security and data security and that kind of thing. So yeah.
And I want to just appreciate that you are a meaning maker, and I'm not somebody that believes that everything happens for a reason. And having conversations with people, I think we all sort of come with our own beliefs about the world, but in every moment we get to choose, and we get to find the gifts in every moment. And as we were talking about, right, that there's a shit show going on, and we are choosing to feel happy and optimistic, and we are choosing to thrive, and also not putting our head in the sand and saying we're finding meaning this moment. We are looking for the helpers. We are finding the silver linings, and that is a choice every day, and it's powerful. And I just want to thank you for choosing that and shining with it.
Yes, thank you, Sharon. I am so thrilled that we met and we've gotten to talk, and we'll probably see you next year, and we'll be in touch on LinkedIn, and I just really look forward to getting to know you and establishing a decades-long friendship.
Me too, and congratulations on your new book. It's so exciting.
Thank you.
Cheering you on
so
for getting
much.
that out in the world.
Yeah,
it's a gift.
Thank you, Sharon, for being on From the Nest podcast with Charity Jen.
My honor and pleasure.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to From the Nest, where fundraising takes flight. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't miss the rest of the incredible voices we met at the AFP Icon Conference. You can hear from all of the nonprofit professionals, innovators, and changemakers by visiting charitygen.com/podcast. And if you need more tools and insights from the field, head to charitygen.com to explore the resources I've gathered from AFP Icon and beyond, including strategy tips, templates, and more. And if you haven't yet, check out my latest book, Digital Fundraising Transformation, The Insider's Guide to Revolutionize Your Strategy and Raise More. It will help you supercharge your nonprofit marketing and fundraising efforts. Until next time, keep lifting each other up.
Olas Media.